Ahoy, and welcome back to my channel, everybody. In this special review episode, I'm going to review the Avengers Endgame trailer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show the trailer, and then I'm going to go back through the trailer, and then just sort of give my opinions of what might happen next. Um, Actually, if you've looked at my previous Avengers movie, you may find that I was correct on several points of what's shown in this trailer. I'll go through that at the time, and then what I'm going to do at the end of my reviews and my opinions on the Avengers trailer, I'm going to show, in my opinion, the best, the top 10 fight scenes uh, in the Avengers universe across movies and TV, not cartoons. They'd just be too much. Just across movies and TV, Netflix. Okay, so let's get into this trailer, shall we?
This thing on? Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
We lost. All of us. We lost friends. We lost family. We lost a part of ourselves. This is the fight of our lives.
This is going to work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
Hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. Got really big.
Is this an old message?
Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
Okay, so there it is. I actually quite like the trailer because it shows a lot without showing anything, if you know what I mean. It looks like it's just a trailer they've just dropped out just to make you contemplate and get your mind buzzing. Some very interesting things just to highlight. I'm sure they'll probably bring out another trailer probably in February, just prior to Miss Marvel launching, and then probably the final trailer after that film's out. But anyway, let's have a quick look through this. There's a few just little points I'd like to point out. So let's go through this, shall we?
This thing on? Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
Now, what's interesting about that entire clip is Tony Stark's on his own. At the end of the last movie, he was left on the planet on Titan with Nebula. Now, where has she gone? She seems to have just dumped Tony for whatever reason, left him on a ship. But whose ship is he on? That's not Nebula's ship, because Nebula flew her ship into Thanos. Tony Stark crashed the ship he stole, so I can only imagine it's the Guardian ship. She, I imagine, doesn't need to eat or drink, so is she just in the background, not seen, walking around and sort of just doing her own thing, maybe having a toilet break, or she just gone off on her own adventure somewhere? Now, what I'm gonna assume is gonna happen from this is he's gonna be found, he's gonna be picked up, and I reckon that's where Miss Marvel's gonna come in. I reckon she's gonna pick up a distress signal from him, and they're gonna meet up at that point.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do.
Okay, that last clip, I think, emphasizes on Thanos. That's Thanos. It looks like Thanos' armor that he sort of hung up to. I don't know. He's sort of chilling now, isn't he? So he's hung his armor up and just taking it easy now. And I think this is him walking through his new utopia, just walking through, just chilling out, Max and relaxing on call and Pams and people outside of school, as you do, and just going with his life, albeit 50% of the population.
He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
This little clip's interesting because it shows Scott Lang as dead, or missing. It says missing, which, as we know, is alive. But it also shows Shuri, played by Letitia Wright, that was Black Panther's sister and tech expert. We didn't see her die. So, actually, I think it might just say missing on there. It doesn't say dead. It says missing. So we didn't see her die. So is she still alive?
Family. We lost a part of ourselves.
So the interesting thing about this clip is not just the location, which appears to be the same location that was at the end of Doctor Strange, where he had that final confrontation battle, but indeed this fella. And no, it's not Hawkeye. It's in fact, it's actually this chap here, Ronin. Now Ronin's played by several people, but he was played by Clint. And basically what it is something really bad in his life turns him to become this basically assassin, this hitman called Ronin. And I'm going to predict that it's the death of his wife and kids that have brought him back. He's probably contemplated that if he'd maybe helped out in the fight instead of taking a break to raise a family, it wouldn't have led to this point, and that's probably what's playing on his mind now, and that's why he's returned. Vengeance is driving him. Vengeance. And incidentally, it's exactly what I said would happen in my last video, if you go and catch up on that. But anyway, moving on.
Hi, is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. Got really big.
Is this an old message?
Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
And finally, the trailer ends on this excellent fella. I do love Ant-Man. He's good fun. They've obviously he's in this role. He's playing very much the underdog, the sort of person that no one really takes serious. But I think in this movie, he's going to play a major role. And so yeah, and he's back. But how did he escape? The quantum verse was it which was he was in? How did he get out? Who let him out? So it's interesting that he's just rocked up here, ready to go. And what information has he brought with him? What does he know? Who does he know? So, the overall roundup is, I think what's going to happen in the movie is, obviously, Miss Marvel's going to be up with Iron Man, bring her to Earth. They're just going to go through a whole new plan. They're going to have to figure a way of wind back times. That's what they need to do. It's no good just going off and beating Thanos and job done. They're going to have to figure a way to get all the gems back. So what's that going to involve? Is that going to involve some form of time travel, some multiverse um, dealings? I think it will do. Probably the multiverse. I think it will involve them going to different realities, which this man will play a key part in. Now, it's been mentioned there's been a more powerful enemy, a more powerful baddie than Thanos. And there's a lot of people thinking, who is that? Who could that be? Who's more powerful than Thanos? I believe it's going to be Adam Warlock. I reckon it's going to be Adam. That was shown at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And once again, I know, I keep patting myself on the back. At the end of my last review of the Avengers film, what's going to happen, more or less, it was about. I reckon he's going to be the big boss. I reckon he's going to be the big bad. And I think they're going to probably manage to take down Thanos and rebuild a gauntlet. But it's in some point away, because Adam Warlock, I believe, started off as a bad guy and turned good. So I reckon, and this did happen in the comics, I believe, and that's where you're going to see Hulk come into his own. I don't think he's going to face off against Thanos. I think Thanos is going to be beaten by Adam Warlock, and then I think Hulk is going to defeat Adam Warlock. I think that's what it's going to come down to, a massive showdown. I reckon you're going to see more from Hulk, and I reckon it's going to be World Break Hulk. That would be just a massive, massive, mad ending to the movie if it just ends and just it all ends on that pinnacle. But anyway, I don't really want to speculate too much at this moment because this is such a small trailer. I've not seen very much.